Thank you to everybody for coming. I know there's, KBW, lots of events. Everyone's quite busy. So really happy to see the crowd out in such large numbers. 안녕하세요. I'm Shiv. So my wife actually speaks fluent Korean. So she's the one who told me to start it with the right note here. I've been CEO for the past 4 months, and before that I ran product engineering at RiskZero. I've worked at Coinbase, Lyft, Amazon, Microsoft, a bunch of companies before I moved into this role, and it's been insane amount of fun. This is my second KBW, my fifth trip to Seoul, and that's like my family. We did the super touristy thing, we did the dress and all that. So that was like incredible fun. The real point here is that Boundless, ZK Coin, and I are all Seoul native at this point. So yeah, we really like Seoul, and we'll be coming back again and again. So I've been asked to keep this reasonably brief so everybody can get to the meat of the action, talk to partners, understand more things. So what I'm going to do is a quick recap, talk a little bit about Mainnet Beta and how it went, Mainnet, of course, and looking beyond the thing that everyone is really curious about, where is Mainnet, where is Boundless headed, and where are we going with this? So quick recap, ZKVM to Boundless, right? So before Boundless existed, it was all RiskZero. 20 months ago, there was only one ZKVM on Earth. 19 months ago, there was 2. Yesterday, I counted, there's 38. I have no idea where it's going to be tomorrow. Now, the real question is this product market fit? Have you found product market fit with like people just manufacturing ZKVMs? It's kind of nuanced. That's really not what's happening. This was always the plan. At RiskZero, one of the things that we wanted to focus on is building on standards and building standards. If you look at every other ZKVM that's come after us, they kind of sort of look the same. What we've done over the past 2 years is make ZKVM the standard for delivering ZK to anybody who wants to use it. So we've created the standard, but that doesn't add to your bottom line. You don't want to sell engines, you want to sell cars. You don't go to a car showroom and say, I would like a V8. You say, I want a Hyundai, I want a Kia. Or if you have the money, you want a Genesis. If you have real money, you want a Porsche. But that's really the business that we wanted to get into. Boundless becomes the finished product. It's the realized dream of where we were headed. A decentralized, permissionless protocol that delivers ZK to every chain, every app, and every builder. That's really the key ethos behind Boundless, which is we're for everybody, we're for every chain. We don't sit in camps, we don't make judgments for you. We make it an open protocol that anybody can use anywhere. But of course, that's the dream. How did we actually announce this to the world? We announced it with Mainnet Beta. One of the things to understand, and we got we have some of our VC friends here as well, they're like, what is going on with Mainnet Beta? Why aren't you doing a testnet? Internally, our belief is that testnet is for games. It's for clickbaity things. A lot of teams actually do it. Some do it successfully and some do it with purpose. A lot of teams just kind of want to throw a thing which you click around and somehow, farm engagement. We didn't want to do that. What we wanted to do was test our network with real funds, show the promise of Boundless with real use cases like the Signal, which is full consensus proofs of Ethereum. No one in the industry had even bothered to try something like that because the proof size was too big. It was going to be too expensive. We were the first team to sort of build the client to do it and also deliver on it, and then rally the entire community around it. If you remember, we collected over $1 million in ETH to prove not just Ethereum, but other chains as well. It was one of the most successful campaigns that anybody has run. So, super kudos to the team for delivering on that. And what did we get at the end of it? 2,000 plus provers. We don't know 99% of them. Random people who liked the project, supported us, joined and became a prover. We averaged 80 trillion cycles a day. And here's the kicker. P50 was $0. The median price of proofs, really large proofs, was $0. I didn't get time to actually check my math. I'm pretty sure P90 was also $0. Nearly all the proofs on Boundless were $0. Why is that? That is the power of tokenomics. That is the power of subsidy of markets that we could create. And that really made Boundless Mainnet Beta a success. That, of course, now, it takes us to Mainnet. We went live on September 15th, literally 7 days ago. So we still have that, fresh TGE smell on us, if you, really want to come smell us. And this is what I expected everybody in the team to, come on Tuesday and look like. The lighting is not great, but like I actually expected the team to sort of come and be like, yeah, we need a little bit of time, but there is no time like now, and we have to keep churning. Because what is the difference between Mainnet Beta and Mainnet? Proof of verifiable work. That is the next big thing that is now available to everybody, and really the primitive that ties entirety of Boundless together. It ties the token reward to prover activity without any middlemen. Now, this is very, very critical for a protocol that wants to serve every need on every chain, that there can't be any middleman. If I am in the middle controlling who gets to do what proving and how much rewards you get, it doesn't work. It needs to be programmatic, and that's really what we developed and launched with Mainnet. Every epoch, provers are now programmatically rewarded fairly for the amount of compute cycles they contribute to the network. Basically, if Rekha does 10 times the work that I do, she deserves 10 times the rewards that I do, and it's all completely transparent and part of the protocol, which is a unique innovation that is only true for Boundless and no other network. It's something that we had to build into the proof system ourselves, which launches the era of ZK mining. It launches the era of the abundance mindset, and it launches the era of Boundless. So I'll finish my last slide with like what's coming, looking ahead. This is where we're going. Stability. We already had 3.9 or 99.9% uptime for our Mainnet Beta. We're aiming for 4 nines. 4 nines, by the way, is the standard for AWS, my former employer, Azure, also my former employer, and not Google Cloud because they can't seem to hit 4 nines. So that's really the aim that we have. Multi-ZKVM, this is another important thing to consider as well. I don't know how many of you saw in the news recently, Reth had a little bug, and it didn't bring down Ethereum because Ethereum uses multiple clients to serve it. Reth had a bug, some of the nodes had issues, but Ethereum continued and kept going on. It is very important for Boundless to be multi-ZKVM, and that is going to happen. There'll be announcements soon. VM diversity is something that we really care about. If you choose a network with just one VM, you're tied to it. When it fails, you fail. DevX. We have Nader here. Like DevX is everything. DevX is the soul of like why anybody successfully uses a protocol. If we want to ZK everything, DevX is the third and probably the most important pillar that we need to like continue investing in. The last thing that we're going for is cost. Boundless already subsidizes the cost of proving using tokenomics. Like I said, in Mainnet Beta, it was $0. I can't say that it's going to be $0 in Mainnet, but you will see massive subsidy effects. We want to keep driving costs down. There are multiple ways to do this. Improvements in the ZKVM itself, so faster, cheaper ZKVMs. Improvements in hardware, how we use hardware, how we deploy hardware, how we manage hardware. We're continuously investing in that. And of course, ASICs. The future is ASICs. We're also investing in that as well. 5x is a number I kind of like pulled out of my ass. Sorry, pardon my French. Internally, we are aiming for much, much more. We're going to see 20, 30x improvements over like a period of 12 to 15 months. One interesting thing about ZK is that we've historically been too early. But now we are able to capture that trend and like deliver faster. We surprised Ethereum with the amount of development that we've done. We're going to keep up that pace, and Boundless is going to lead on that front. So, thank you, and I'll hand off the mic to the next one.